The Guardians of Willow Creek Ranch. Life in Montana's wild plains is unforgiving, where survival often comes at another's cost. But when it comes to family, including our pets, such a rule is unbearable. When Sarah and Tom inherited an old ranch near Willow Creek, they knew their elderly beagle, Buster, couldn't guard the land anymore. They brought home a German Shepherd puppy named Blaze. He quickly bonded with Tom and followed him everywhere, alert and loyal. Sometimes, Blaze would freeze and growl into the open plains as if sensing an unseen danger, behavior that unsettled Sarah. Not long after Blaze arrived, Buster passed away. Whenever Tom rode out to the distant pastures, Sarah found herself alone, an unnerving experience for a city-raised woman. Understanding her fear, Tom brought home a surprise one evening, a second German Shepherd puppy, whom they named Luna. She immediately bonded with Sarah and Blaze, forming a close trio. 3 years passed peacefully. Blaze accompanied Tom on daily rounds while Luna stayed close to Sarah. But one morning, Blaze didn't return. Tom assumed he was with Sarah. Sarah thought he was with Tom. Panic set in. That day, Luna had been restless, barking and trying to escape the house, clearly sensing something wrong. Taking Luna on a leash, they followed her into the fields behind the house. There, they found a horrifying sight. Massive mountain lion tracks and tufts of Blaze's fur stained with blood. Luna whimpered. They understood they would never see Blaze again. Devastated, Tom set out to hunt the mountain lion. But after days of searching, the trail vanished in tall grass. The predator was gone. Months passed. Rain fell, seasons changed, and sadness lingered. Even Luna seemed depressed, sleeping more and gaining weight. Then came the unexpected news. Luna was pregnant. The puppies were Blaze's. It felt like a piece of him was returning. The couple planned everything carefully, intending to take Luna to the vet before her due date. But life doesn't always wait. One evening, they returned from town to find Luna in her bed with newborn puppies beside her. As Sarah and Tom watched in amazement, Luna gave birth to another pup, motionless and silent. Tom gently rubbed the puppy, breathed life into it, and miraculously, it stirred. The resemblance to Blaze was unmistakable. The puppies brought light back into their lives. As the dry season arrived, the pups were old enough to play in the yard. The ranch had a secure fence, but nothing could prepare them for what happened next point one afternoon. While Luna watched over the playful pups, an enormous mountain lion silently approached the yard. It was the same predator, the one that had taken Blaze. The pups, curious and fearless, approached the cat. Luna sprang forward, shielding them again and again. Her focus was on the pups, not the lion. She didn't see it crouch. The pounce was swift and brutal. The lion clamped its jaws around Luna's throat. Inside the house, Sarah heard barking, then sudden silence. She assumed the dogs had settled down. Outside, Luna was struggling to breathe. The puppies yelped and barked wildly, trying to defend her. Though tiny, they bit at the predator in desperation. Their efforts only enraged the lion further. It squeezed harder, but their cries reached Sarah. Alarmed by the strange urgency of the barking and Luna's silence, she stepped outside and froze at the sight. Her beloved Luna was pinned beneath a massive mountain lion, the puppies crying nearby. She rushed to hide the puppies in a kennel and screamed for Tom, telling him to bring the vinegar spray they kept for emergencies. Tom heard the fear in her voice and didn't hesitate. He knew. It was that mountain lion. What happened next isn't written in books about nature. It's written in the heartbeats of those who fight for family. That day, the ranch's guardians, Blaze, Luna, and now their pups, etched their legacy in courage. Tom sprayed vinegar straight into the mountain lion's face. It splashed across the predator's eyes and mouth, some of it landing on Luna's wounds. She whimpered in pain, but worked. The mountain lion recoiled, its grip loosening just enough. Seizing the moment, Tom and Sarah pried open its jaws and pulled Luna free. She dropped to the ground, gasping, trembling, but she was alive. Tom held the animal at bay, while Sarah sprinted for a large trap they'd kept in a barn. Moments later, they managed to lure the stunned mountain lion into it, and locked the gate. The temptation for revenge was powerful. This animal had taken Blaze, nearly killed Luna, and terrified their entire family. But the couple had never believed in killing for vengeance. The lion wasn't evil. It was wild, just trying to survive. Still, it couldn't stay. The puppies were locked safely inside as Tom and Sarah raced Luna to the nearest veterinary clinic. Though she was alert, her breathing was shallow, and she winced at every bump in the road. The vet worked quickly. X-rays showed several cracked ribs and bruised tissue, but no internal bleeding. The bite wounds were deep but clean. Luna was lucky. Again, back home, her recovery became the couple's top priority. Sarah set up a quiet space indoors, far from the energetic puppies, who couldn't understand why they weren't allowed to cuddle their mother. They cried at night, missing her warmth, but she needed rest. Tom built a temporary pen in the living room so the puppies could see her without climbing on her. They carefully cleaned her wounds and gave her every prescribed medicine on time that in less than 2 weeks, Luna began to move more easily. Her strength returned faster than expected. The puppy's joy when she finally walked among them again was overwhelming. They swarmed around her, tails wagging, eyes wide. She licked each one, gently nudging them as if to say, "I'm okay now." Sarah and Tom decided to keep all the puppies. Each had their own personality, but the male Tom had saved at birth stood out. They named him Ash for his dark coat and the way he rose from seeming lifelessness. Ash was curious, smart, and fiercely loyal. He followed Tom, just like Blaze once had, learning the routines of ranch life with the same silent devotion. In many ways, it was like having Blaze back, not as a replacement, but as a legacy. As for the mountain lion, they contacted a wildlife rescue. Specialists arrived within days. The lion was sedated and transported to a sanctuary hundreds of miles away, far from people, in protected land where it could live without threatening humans or livestock. It was the most humane solution. Tom watched it go with mixed emotions, relief, respect, and a lingering sadness. Life gradually returned to normal on the ranch. Luna healed completely and regained her strength. She remained cautious but never fearful. Her bond with Sarah had deepened through the ordeal, and she rarely let her out of sight. Ash grew rapidly, taller and broader than his siblings, a natural leader among them. He patrolled the property with Tom, just like his father had. Sometimes Sarah would watch them from the porch, man and dog walking side by side, silhouettes against the horizon, and feel a lump in her throat. She often thought of Blaze, how his instincts had probably saved their lives by alerting them to the mountain lion's presence in the first place. In her heart, she believed that Blaze had protected them to the very end. Now, his spirit lived on, in Luna's courage, in Ash's loyalty, in the way the puppies chased butterflies across the pasture. The ranch was no longer just a place of solitude. It was a sanctuary of memory and resilience, of lessons learned from nature and loss. The danger hadn't broken them. It had forged them into something stronger. Tom eventually expanded the barn, building new kennels so each dog had space when needed. The puppies grew into guardians in their own right. They weren't just pets, they were family, each one a living reminder of the trials they'd survived together. As spring returned, so did peace. The couple worked side by side, surrounded by dogs that barked joyfully each morning. The ranch pulsed with life again, healed and whole. And though wild things still lived beyond the fence, the family inside it was stronger than ever, bound not just by blood or memory, but by love, loyalty, and the quiet promise that no matter what came, they would face it together.